Hajiji has denied claims that Putrajaya controls Gabungan Rakyat Sabah. Flash floods hit the Klang Valley today following continuous rainfall. Selangor is the 7th state to be affected by floods. Stay tuned for this and more on KiniNews. Caretaker Sabah Chief Minister Hajiji Noor has dismissed suggestions that Gabungan Rakyat Sabah is under the control of Putrajaya. Hajiji described the claims as a political narrative crafted to undermine GRS and its alliance with Pakatan Harapan during the ongoing Sabah election campaign. He told reporters today that he thinks that it is not true. He stated that sometimes, during his meetings with Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, he made it very clear that his priorities are for the sake of the interests of Sabah. He added that what's important is that we must have a good relationship with the federal government for the sake of Sabah. Hajiji said that the state could not afford to distance itself from national policy making, stressing that a good relationship was needed with Putrajaya, as they are the central government. He added that if we want to develop Sabah, we must have a good relationship with the federal government. The GRS administration in Sabah is jointly run with Pakatan Harapan, and the coalition has also formed an electoral pact with them. Previously, Anwar had said that Harapan's intention was not to control Sabah or take the chief minister position, but simply to help establish strong and effective governance in the state. Still on Sabah, Warisan President Shafee Apdal has alleged that his political detractors used 8 million ringgit in public funds to finance social media campaigns aimed at discrediting his party through racially charged messaging. He claimed that the amount was channeled into social media platforms such as TikTok. Speaking to reporters last night, he said the amount had risen 2 million ringgit in the previous year. He warned that such tactics distract from Sabah's real development needs. Shafee said the money could be spent on development and added that they shouldn't play the race game. However, the Semporna MP did not provide proof to substantiate his claims. According to Shafee, the attacks aimed to paint Warisan as a party defined by ethnicity, even though the party's message emphasized multiracial unity. He stressed that even now, what they want is development and progress for Sabah. But first, they must unite the Sabah people, irrespective of race and religion. The Warisan chief also reiterated his long-standing position that his party will not form any pre-election alliance, saying Sabah's experience under multiple coalitions had failed to produce meaningful change. Shafee said Warisan was seeking a mandate strong enough to govern on its own.
In conjunction with Malaysia Kini turning 26 and the upcoming Sabah state election, from now to 30th November, you can subscribe or renew your Malaysia Kini package with 25% off. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to enjoy this exclusive offer.
More than 11,500 people have been evacuated due to floods across the country, with 8,000 displaced in Kelantan alone. According to Bernama, 7 states have been hit by floods, with Penang, Perlis and Perak recording an increase in evacuees, while the numbers in Kedah and Terengganu have decreased. Selangor is the latest state to be affected. Flash floods were reported across the Klang Valley following heavy rain since last night. Flooding occurred in parts of Shah Alam, Klang and Puja Alam, while flood warnings have been issued for the Gombak, Petaling and Hulu Langat districts. Continuous rain also caused a landslide near Old Klang Road. Seputeh MP Teresa Kok reported that at 10 a.m., a retaining wall behind Block B of the Taman United Flats collapsed, crushing a car. As a precaution, residents from Blocks B and C have been evacuated to the Sri Petaling Community Centre. Tanjung Karang MP Dr. Zulkifli Hanafi has suggested that the government impose mandatory fines for those who forward false information. Speaking in the Dewan Rakyat this morning, he called on the government to implement graduated enforcement guidelines as a deterrent to social media misinformation, similar to those outlined in other countries such as Australia's Online Safety Act and the EU Digital Services Act.
Isu penyebaran berita palsu kini semakin berleluasa di platform media sosial sehingga melibatkan semua lapisan masyarakat, sama ada kanak-kanak, pelajar sekolah, orang dewasa, warga emas, OKU dan pengguna yang kurang celik digital. Ramai daripada mereka hanya menekan butang forward tanpa sebarang niat jahat. Hakikatnya, majoriti kes tergolong dalam kategori low harm misinformation dengan izin dan tidak semestinya memerlukan siasatan polis secara penuh. Sehubungan itu, adakah kementerian bersedia untuk mempertimbangkan cadangan Tanjung Karang untuk memperkenalkan satu mekanisme compound mandatory sebagai langkah penguatkuasaan awal sebelum kertas siasatan polis dibuka atau sebelum pendakwan mahkamah dibuat?
In response, Deputy Communications Minister Teo Ni Ching said that the ministry would consider weighing in on his suggestions. She added that under the Communications and Multimedia Act, such compounds can already be imposed for spreading misinformation. Teo also stressed that Malaysians should not act irresponsibly by simply forwarding false information on social media.
From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us.
A Gerakan leader has challenged Deputy Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Law and Institutional Reform, M. Kulasegaran, to resign if he fails to resolve M. Indira Gandhi's case within the next 6 months. Naran told Malaysia Kini that Kulasegaran has failed both as a member of the government administration and as a lawyer in the long-standing efforts to reunite Indira with her daughter, Prasanna Diksa, over the past 16 years. Responding to the Ipoh Barat MP's pledge to organize a meeting between Indira and Inspector General of Police Khalid Ismail within the next 3 weeks, Naran dismissed it as empty promises. Naran stressed that Kulasegaran was the Deputy Law Minister and should give directives to the IGP to solve this matter within 6 months. He added that if he fails to do so, he should resign as the Deputy Law Minister. He also criticized Kulasegaran and DAP for being vocal about Indira's plight when in the opposition, yet remaining ineffective even after assuming government positions. He noted that Kulasegaran initially handled the matter as a lawyer in 2009 and since then has served as the Human Resources Minister and is now the Deputy Law Minister. He questioned what Kulasegaran has been doing all these years and the steps that he has taken. Naran also told him to urgently complete his mission as Indira's legal representative. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil said Malaysians below the age of 16 will not be allowed to sign up for social media accounts from next year. This is as part of the government's efforts to strengthen online safety for children. According to The Star, he said they expect all platform providers to be ready to implement the eKYC or electronic Know Your Customer Identity verification by next year. He noted that Australia would be implementing a social media age limit next month. He reportedly said that other countries may have their own approaches and they will study them. The government aims to ban social media use for children under 16 as part of broader protections under the Online Safety Act, effective January 1st. The Cabinet has raised the minimum social media age from the earlier proposed 13 to 16, requiring platforms to verify users' ages via official documents like MyCard, passports, or My Digital ID through eKYC. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm John. Thanks for watching.